what's up YouTube? Crash Wilcox, and I just wanted to bring you this quick video because Call of Duty Warzone has just been released, so I thought I would make try to keep it quick, a quick little video just showing you how a 5700 XT can run Call of Duty Warzone. I'm running this with a Ryzen 9 3900X on an X570 motherboard with 32 gigs of 3600 megahertz RAM. So that's the big players. If you guys want to know more about the full build, I'll have a link to the video up here with my $1,500 Ryzen 9 PC. You guys can go check that out. But as you can see, we'll be running it in 1440p on the left side and 1080p on the right side. So this isn't going to be like a full-on breakdown of the game and everything. I just want you guys to kind of see how the card performs with the game. So a few things that I want to make note of outside of necessarily the card, but if you look up in the top left corner with MSI Afterburner, you can see as we jump into this game a little bit more that the RAM usage is already up over 15 gigs. So I get a lot of comments and questions when people are talking about building PCs, and kind of the standard that everybody goes to right now is 16 gigabits of RAM. And I always try to impress on people the benefit of having 32 gigs, especially if you're trying to build towards the future. So, obviously 16 gigs of RAM right now will get the job done, obviously, but we're sitting right now, if you're building a computer today and Call of Duty is already eating up 15 gigs or more of RAM, in a year or two, that could be well over 16 gigs that it's going to be requiring. So you're going to be limiting yourself and needing to upgrade a little bit quicker than if you can maybe find the cash, or maybe cut a few corners somewhere else and get that 32 gigabits of RAM. And then another thing to know, if you look at that VRAM usage, already up over 7 gigs of VRAM. So if you are maybe considering something like a 2060 that has 6 gigs, you're going to be limiting yourself a little bit in what this game is capable of with that VRAM usage. I know the 2060 is getting ready to potentially come out with an 8 gig card, but just keep that in mind. This uses a ton of RAM, a ton of VRAM. This game is hungry and it wants everything your computer can throw at it. So anyways, just looking at the game now a little bit more, we got everything sort of set to high, and as you see us running around here, the graphics not great in the Warzone. You can see as you look off into the distance that it's constantly behind, trying to get the graphics caught up and rendered, stuttery, just overall not great. I mean, the 5700 XT does well. I would say I don't think it's a 1080p card, so you'll see 1080p on the right side, but if you are 1080p gaming, I would maybe say save some of your money, go with the 5700 or maybe a 1660, something to that effect. I would consider 5700 XT more of a 1440p card, at least for today's gaming. So you can see right now we're sitting anywhere between 80 and 100 FPS, which is great. I think that's as good as you necessarily need or could want in a game like this, but it performs very well. And then over on the 1080p side of things, you're looking around 150 FPS. So I mean, it's obviously not having any issues with this game. I have issues with it because I suck at it, but yeah, especially, and you can tell even more on the 1080p side of the house, the problems the game has with rendering. So I think that's just more of a Call of Duty thing. They're going to have to work on this game a little bit. And like I said, it is brand new, so I'm sure in time they will get it tightened up, because the normal game, the multiplayer and stuff, does not look and feel like this. So I'm sure they'll get that fixed in a jiffy. But anyways, I'm not going to talk through the rest of this. I'll just let you guys sort of watch as much as you care to watch. Please, if you find these videos valuable or enjoyable, like it, subscribe to the channel. I try to have a video out every week. And if you really like it, please consider being a Patreon. That would do me a world of favors. This stuff is time consuming and expensive. But anyways, guys, enjoy the video. God bless.